Here lies some great live service games. And Concord. Whoa! I'm not dead yet! In my next season we're gonna have... Who killed Concord? Live service games are a mixed bag. On one hand, they have a constant and reliable influx of new content, but on the other hand, this. Also, if live service games don't garner a fan base, they'll fizzle out and ultimately die. Some of the best multiplayer games to drop over the last few years have met their end far earlier than their excellent gameplay experiences deserved. Some of these games were fully shut down, and others just never quite got where they needed to be. So today on Blurbs, let's look at live service games that died too soon. No greater game has been lost to the live service churn and burn than Titanfall 2. Positioned right after the launch of Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2 was absolutely shredded by a career year for multiplayer games. Hey, stop that! Okay. The thing is though, Titanfall 2 was one of the best. Its movement was fluid, its gunplay was tight and reactive, and even its single-player story was one of the best in first-person shooter history. It had everything going for it except for a large enough fan base to sustain it for years. While the game's servers went down in 2022, Titanfall 2 servers are back up, and you can play it online today, but the game never quite got the recognition or the content it deserved, and its failure to gain a much larger player base led to the creation of Apex Legends rather than Titanfall 3. In a much different way, Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017 also flopped out of the gate, but its wounds were self-inflicted from terrible loot box decisions as its star cards made the game pay to win. Over time, it was able to gain a sizable player base as each update brought free maps and new modes. It became one of the best Star Wars multiplayer games, but ultimately never recovered from its mistake-laden launch. But some of the best games don't even get the chance to make it out the door with their pants on. Like me. Whoa, okay, that was a little much. When Lawbreakers came out, people had already been absolutely burnt out on the hero shooter genre. The marketing around the game wasn't great, and a lot of things in it looked a bit generic, but the movement was reminiscent to Quake, the maps were open and stunning, the gunplay was tight and reactive. It had a lot going for it, but unfortunately a player base was one thing it didn't have, and the game ultimately shut its servers down after only a few months. The same can be said about the game Shroud was working on, Spectre Divide. I thought its 3v3 take on CSGO was an exhilarating one, allowing you to control two different Spectres as you set up epic plays for yourself to make. The game has a rad art style, a really good gameplay hook, and some really passionate seeming developers, but it tried to break into a genre that is already populated by both CSGO and Valorant, and ultimately it failed. Both of these games go to show just how hard it is to beat out already established franchises in their own genre, even if the game you've made is better or at least far different. If you, who, me? Yeah, you. If you let the finals die, I'm gonna break the Gromit Mug. No, don't! The most recent example of an underrated and dying live service game is The Finals. The Finals is still receiving active updates, it still has its servers online, and it even still has a dedicated fan base, but that fan base is small in comparison to what it needs to persist for the long haul. Embark Studios is composed of former Battlefield developers, and its destruction, its combat, and its sound design all work to show the expertise in game design at hand. Every element of this game is crafted in such a meticulously excellent way that you can't help but appreciate it. The problem is the Finals entered an absolutely packed market of multiplayer live service games, and while it certainly did enough to stand out, it hasn't quite carved out as much of a niche as it needed to. Regardless, the Finals' grave hasn't been dug yet, and it has such a loyal community that I could see it staying around for a long time yet to come. The thing is, the Finals, Titanfall 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, they're still alive, so go to them. Or don't, it's your call. All the games we talked about today deserved better, and it's unfortunate to see them lose out to shameless cash grabs like Call of Duty. There is a lesson to be learned though about market trends, about competing with established games, and about launch timing. Creating something unique and launching it when there is a lull is the perfect way to shoot your game off to soaring success. Regardless, it was nice to reminisce about some games that were, so thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.